Today is day 16 of designing a spooky island in 30 days using no Nintendo Online. I'm gonna get it out of the way and I'm going to apologize for my voice, which I've been losing for the past couple of days. So here we are. I can talk, but it's not great. And today I do actually have a goal. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I think one of my main focuses is I'm going to try to plan out as much of the pathing as I can, as well as adding some bridges and planning out where some of the villager homes are gonna go. Another thing I need to focus on is I need to start stocking up on flower seeds. I'm already really running low on flowers and I really haven't used too many of them, especially now that I know that I'm gonna have that meadow in front of resident services. So I'm on the lookout for white cosmos, which they do have at Nooks today, and yellow tulips. So I'm going to be on the lookout for those. I forgot that I haven't purchased the ladder setup kit recipe yet. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I don't know how soon I'm going to need it, but I do think I'm going to use some of these instead of trying to get a bunch of inclines because I just don't have the money. She is struggling with bells, Nook miles, talking. Everything's a struggle right now. Camo frog at Punchy's house. Very cute. They're just hanging out. That's adorable. I thought at one point that I had come back here and cleaned off all of the different cliff sides, but now there's tons of weeds back here, and I guess maybe I just never cleaned them all off. I don't know. I do think one thing I'm going to try to do is grab some of the cedar trees. So first things first, I'm just going to get some cherries so I have something to eat so I can just dig up the whole tree. I'm someone, when I'm decorating, I like to just use a fully grown tree or whatever size tree I'm actually going to use in the build. Rather than planting a sapling, I like to see how it's going to look instantly, like that instant gratification. But also, if I plant a sapling, I'm not always positive that it's going to grow in the spot that I want it. So I just like to know that a tree can go there. You know what I mean? I'm going to grab some of these cedar trees. I actually want to put them up by the entrance. I think in addition to the hardwood trees that already exist up there, I don't want to get rid of a ton of those because I do like how full they look. But I'm thinking about going with like a combination. I'm going to put one here first behind Hamlet's house. I know that doesn't seem like an ideal spot, but I do think it needs a little bit of height right there. As you're walking by, I feel like you're going to notice it. So I put one in front of Punchy's house, and then I have another one at the entrance on the right-hand side. And I actually don't like the one in front of Punchy's house. So now I'm going to spend some time kind of playing musical chairs with the trees here to see what combination I like. All right, I think right here next to the pumpkin patch on the left, it balances the one from the right, but it's not in the exact same spot, and I like it. There's just something about the hardwood trees at the entrance that I don't want to part with. I feel like just because they're so much bulkier and they like fill up more space. At least the leaves feel like they fill up a lot more space to me. I keep coming in here to look at the different Nook Mile items, but I'm too scared to commit to anything. Part of me wants to get the rounded street lights, but I feel like if I get them and then I don't use them, I will be annoyed that I wasted them. I know for sure that I want to get some wind turbines as well, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to like stockpile Nook Miles and then come get a bunch of stuff at one time. Next up, I'm going to be working on the pathing, and I feel like this is going to be the biggest task that I have for today. I'm just going to kind of guess where I want things to go, and I want this path to go consistently around the island, especially this section of the island. Like I just want it to kind of be, a circle is not the right word, but I just want it to go around the whole thing. Does that make any sense? Also, the more that I'm talking, the more I'm noticing how bad my voice sounds, and I do want to apologize. So if you're sticking with me through this, I really, really appreciate it. There is something so satisfying about putting down in-game path. I enjoy placing in-game path so much more than I enjoy placing custom paths, even though I probably do like the look of custom paths more. But I don't know. The placement of an in-game path is so nice. I feel like it's also a lot less stress. Maybe because you're just kind of confined to what you can do with the in-game path, and that's that. Like you can only do so much with it. I keep wasting my time hanging out for these balloons and they're always garbage, so I don't know why I'm doing it. 5 pieces of clay. I told you, it's always bad. So this section is a little bit difficult for me to place the path down because the museum is not going to be here. However, I don't know where the museum is going, so I'm scared to move it until I know exactly where I want to put it because I don't want to move it twice. That's what I'm trying to prevent at this point. I really want to just commit to where things are going, only move them once, and that's that. Another issue I'm having is how I'm going to get path to go up to this one section of the island at the top because this river is all diagonal. And like I could waterscape the river, but do I really want to do that? So I'm either going to have to do the little circle path thing or the path is just going to have to look weird because I'm going to have a diagonal bridge right there. Okay, I tried one of the little circles and I hate it. I hate how this looks so much. So I'm going to try just connecting it and then rounding the corners and seeing what happens. Okay, I mean, I won't know until I have the bridge there too, but like, I think once I decorate around it, it'll look better and it'll be fine. I have laid so much path today and I'm still not done. I do have my path going behind resident services all the way around. And then we've got the bridge connecting over to the Nook Shopping Center. I am also trying to go through and round the corners as I go because I just think that's a cute look. Let's do a little update on the map. I mean, I've done a lot. There's a lot of pathing there. You can see kind of the holes that exist in the pathing, and those are just trees that I need to go and dig up. But just basing it off the map, it looks like I've decorated a lot more than I actually have. I'm thinking in this area right here, I'm going to extend the path, and this is right off the entrance to the left. I think I'm going to have 2 villager homes right here. That's really just an extension of the neighborhood that's right at the entrance. I'm also trying to plan out exactly where these houses are going so I don't have another crisis with where I actually place them, even though I do think I'm going to have these houses offset anyway. But I just want to make sure that I'm putting them exactly where I want them. We have another balloon, a pet bed. I don't know why I'm even focusing on the balloons at this point. I've decided that one of the houses that's going to be in this new tiny neighborhood of 2 houses is going to be Coco. So I'm going to grab her house from Tom Nook and then we're going to move it. All right, Coco, yes, you're going to move in this spot right here. Coco's house isn't exactly my favorite, but it is fairly neutral, so I think it'll be fine. I am going to go ahead and plant a bunch of these flower seeds because I do want more flowers to grow. And just like I said about the trees, I like to have my flowers fully grown in when I'm decorating an area, just because I like to see exactly what it's going to look like instead of just having the seed planted. I'm also going to go ahead and grab a bridge that's going to connect the main piece of land to the piece of land to the left. I don't know how to describe it, but I do already have a walkway going over that direction, so I know that I want to put a bridge right there. All right, the bridge looks perfect. I am going with the log bridge simply because it's the cheapest option and I don't want to try to focus on making money. So this entire island is going to be log bridges. And if I do any inclines, they will probably also be the natural incline. We are going cheapest of cheap. I did quickly run into Able Sisters. I'm going to go ahead and grab the patterns because it took us so long to get here. I'm going to keep getting these patterns from Sable. I went ahead and extended the path in front of Able Sisters. And then I think I'm just going to put down some of the stone path right in front of Abel's. I don't know if that's what it's going to end up being, but I just felt inclined to do it. And right now, whatever I feel like doing in the moment is just what it's going to be. I did go ahead and time travel. I wanted to see what Coco's house looked like. And the new bridge is here, and I think they look great. I'm really happy with this. I do think we can go ahead and find the second house to place here, but I've just got to figure out which one. Oh, Plucky wants to leave? I'm going to let Plucky leave. I really actually do like Plucky's house, but I'm just going to let her go, and we'll see who moves in. All right, this is the house right here that I'm going to put next to Coco's. I feel like they have a similar vibe to them, and I think they'll look pretty good right next to each other. So, Shep, you are moving in next to Coco. I don't even have 10,000 bells to my name, so I had to find a money rock to make enough money to even consider moving the plot. That's how things are going right now. We did get the money. I got the plot from Tom, placing it where it needs to go right next to Coco's house. And even though I don't have the money to pay it off, I am going to go ahead and grab another bridge because I have another location that I know that I want to put one. We'll just go ahead and get it and I'll pay it off whenever I can. Okay, right here next to the shopping district is perfect. These paths are actually working out quite nicely. We have another balloon here. Oh, okay, the mush wall. I'm definitely not going to be using that, but it's better than what I have been getting. You know what I forgot? Isabel told me in the announcements today that we actually have a campsite villager. So let's run in and go see who it is. Yeah, that's a no. I'm just really not a huge fan of the monkey villagers. We made a ton of good progress today. I feel like all of the paths are coming together. I have a lot of ideas for where I want to put the buildings. Hopefully I can talk a little bit better tomorrow, but when that video is ready, it will be on the screen for you to click on right now.